Okay, back with another One Piece chapter review. I think this is gonna be a pretty short one. I don't know if there's a lot to say, but I read it a few hours ago. Does it drop I'm not talking about the official skin, like the fan translations. Like, do they drop on Thursday now? Is that a thing? Because I feel like there's a lot of weeks recently where it's like popping on Thursday. I guess it depends on the speed of the translator, right? Where's my mouse? Fuck. Something's wrong with my mouse. There we go. There we go. Okay. So, love the cover spread. Yamato's visiting here. Yamato is continuing his tour around, and he's visiting oh my god. Am I blanking on her name already? Oh, it's probably gonna say it right down here. No, it just says yeah. I love that Shinobu's training oh my god, what's her name? Fuck, I'm getting less and less Wano pilled by the day. Anyway, or to be a ninja. I thought Shinobu shifted back to her old form toward the end of Oni the Raid on Onigashima, but I guess I'm wrong. I guess I'm misremembering. Or maybe she shifted back. Who knows? Yeah. Just where is this cover story going? You know, it felt like they were setting up like a plot thread, never got resolved, and now Yamato's on like another whole tangent. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, yeah. So let me scroll through the chapter here. It seems like the vibe I'm getting from this, obvious imposter sun god is that, it seems like there's parts of this, and I don't know if this is just a translation thing, but there's parts of this that seem like almost he's like a trial, like setting up a trial for the Straw Hats, and he wanted to see them, wanted to see how they interact this situation, like almost like he's like supportive of the Straw Hats or a fan, because there's a point here, like he knows who Nami is, he's crushing on her, he knows who they all are, he's crushing on Nami hard. I'm scrolling through right now, but yeah, essentially there's a point where what does he say? He says something like he explains the nature of the place. Was it like a penal colony or something? Let me put the phone down. Oh, okay. There's a part early in the chapter where I was wondering if this guy is someone we know, because he's using what does he use, Wano vocabulary or something. Sorry, the chapter's kind of a mess. But not a mess in content, but it just I'm scrolling through and it all looks the same. It's all this okay, it's a giant detention center. So, what does that mean exactly? That's what I wanted to break down. What does that mean? Does that mean this whole building or ship is a prison for giants and he's turned one of his rooms into this craft shop? Or this is a place where giants go to be punished and, I guess, shrunken down? Because it seems like it's unclear. I think he's a giant because he knows Hadradine, and he's talking about him a lot later. But okay, I'm trying to process the chapter as I talk, but that's why I just said I'm gonna give myself a few hours to process it, not in the slightest process it. Anyway, okay, so this is a giant dissension center. So essentially, it seems like he's taking giants, shrinking them down in some capacity, and putting them in here. Or he is in the detention center, and this is his little room in the detention center. He's one of the imprisoned giants. That could very well be. However, the scale of everything is weird because the animals are much larger than the Straw Hats. But if they were giant animals, they would be as big as this guy. So I think they're normal animals, and the Straw Hats have been shrunken. That's what I'm leaning toward right now, and that all the giants have been shrunk into the same size too. And maybe this has to do with the devil fruit ability of this guy. Um, and I was curious throughout the chapter if this guy was someone we knew, because they kind of loosely reveal what he looks like under the mask in like flashback, and he looked kind of familiar, and gonna have like a goofy face and like okay, so he has this bird, picks up the giant, and he's like, oh, but he knows what the warrior giants are up to, which leads me to think he's a giant. So he's shocked to see them. He wanted us new giant pirates to serve you. Oh, okay. So he was one of the new giant pirates. And I guess it seemed like he maybe broke off to form his little, fun game separately after this whole thing because he didn't want to do that, is what I'm guessing. Oh, yeah, she says, it's my queen, Namitaso. So he knows who they are, and he seems to be a fan of Nami. But then he talks, like, almost insulting toward the rest of the tribe. Like, why would we ever serve them? But then there's, like, points where it seems like he's, like... It almost seems like he's giving them, like, a challenge, too. Like, he, like, wants to see if they're... Maybe he's, like, testing them to see if he's worthy of, like, serving them. Like, there's lines... I'll try to find those lines. Like, here, this folly is comical to watch, but a valiant efforts move me to tears. I'm glad you made your way. Is Tasso an expression we know? Like, obviously this is like all an RPG game to him, so he's talking like character development chapters. Very meta, very meta. But there's like other points where he's like, Hadradine may recognize you, but I don't. Let's see what you do next. Like as in like Hadradine sees your worth, but I want to see your worth. It's almost like he's testing them, Maybe this is like a test for him to see if he's worthy of like serving. I'm moving less I'm from less like more away from my theory last week that I had, in which I guess this was a completely separate thing from Elbaf, and he's the man marked by flames. Could still be, but I doubt it. And that this is like kind of like a separate plot that's going to happen while the rest of the droughts begin Elbaf. They keep saying like, oh, outside Zelbath, and then Nami's like, I don't know about that. Maybe we shouldn't jump to conclusions. So I think the mystery, obviously they're not going to be on Elbaf. I think that's what it's building up to. And I wonder how long it's going to take for them to reunite with the main group. It depends on the nature of where they are. I think they're likely on some sort of Elbathian penal colony or penal ship or something that either this guy manages, and the penalty of it is him shrinking down these people, or it could be a penal colony that he is in, and this is how he passes the time. He might have some devil fruit of sorts to sort of shrink these people down, because I don't know about the scale. I'm still very confused about the scale, because look at this panel here. This isn't the scale of them to normal giants normally, I believe. Right? I feel like they're usually a little bigger compared to... I could definitely be wrong here. Also say this chapter is kind of got my brain whirling miles a minute. I think when more people start reading it and talking about it, it's still the very first night it dropped, first few hours it's out. I think I'll have more thoughts to say and more opinions. Maybe I'll make a second video, who knows? Maybe I'll just condense it into next week's. Seems like we're getting a chapter next week. No break. I was getting toward the end of the chapter. I'm like, oh, there's gonna be a break next week. I know it. I feel it. But no break next week. Exciting. Yeah, overall, I'm excited to see where this goes. It's not at all what I was expecting, so it's exciting new territory. I always managed to do that where he subverts expectations. No one was expecting Egghead, and it turned out to be the best arc in the series. So, yeah, overall, I'm excited to see what's next. There's a lot of confusion, I have a lot of mystery, but Oda's definitely trying to keep this era of confusion and mystery alive. So it's not something I'm not supposed to be experiencing, you know? So, yeah, that's about it for this video. Thanks, guys, for watching.